This is Eric with Bidliner, and I want to talk real quickly about our sharpshooting method. If you've heard about that, this is just to try to explain this in a new way to help increase the understanding of it. If I have a mantra at American, it's to bid the highest quality pairings that you can hold. If you'll do that, you'll get the highest quality award available to you. I have a lot of theories about how this system's worked. We've looked at a lot of data, and I've got a pretty good idea, I think, of what's going on in the background and how they do what they do, because we've studied this data for years. So with that said, we developed the sharpshooting method to help you take advantage of what we believe is going on behind the scenes. So with that said, how do you implement this method using our tool? Well, if you look at the screen, you see our basic bidding tool. You can put in properties, you can bid them in layers. And what we recommend is that you come up with 3 tiers of bids that you like. First choice, second choice, third choice. And you're going to bid your first choice pairings. You're going to bid them generic in layer 2. So in this layer 2 bid, you see right here, this pilot's wanted weekends off. He wanted one leg on the last duty period. He wanted to avoid red eyes, and he wanted 4-day trips. And so there were, in December of 2024, 60 of those trips, 8 went junior to him. In December of 2025, there's 66 of those trips, and our conservative forecast says 9 will go junior to him. And I really think the number was like 15 to 17 actually went junior to him. But we our numbers are not perfect, but they're pretty good. Anyway, it was a reasonable bid. He's going to hold some of that. And what 66 trips will go junior to you? We don't know. We can look at the history by clicking on the 8 last year, and we look at the specifics of what went junior last year and get an idea. So you're going to do that. And when you get an idea what you're going to hold, you're now going to click down here at the 66 trips that meet your tier 1 criteria. This is everything that's your basic criteria. And you're going to go through and use these column sort buttons. You're going to sort on pay and credit. You're going to sort on time away from base. Whatever it is you're interested, total landings. I just want minimum legs per day, and that'll work. And you're going to select some of those and tag them. To tag them, you're going to click in this little square and say, I want to do that one in layer 1. It's going to move these layer 2 criteria to layer 1 as your favorites for that first tier. And you're going to follow this method 3 times for the first tier, which is 1 and 2, the second tier, which is 3 and 4, and the third tier, which is 5 and 6, and 7 is a safety net. You're going to do that. And when you're finished doing all that, finding your 3 generic groups and then your best of each group and putting that in 6 layers, you look at your bid report and you're going to see this. Now my picture is in a way. Let me move that out. Layer 1 is a specific bid, pairing ID on date. Layer 2 is generic, specific, generic, and so on. And I only put a handful of pairings in there. I normally recommend that you put about a third as your specific bid. So if in this layer 2 specific bid where you started, you had 66 pairings, I would say you put maybe 20, 23 pairings in there. You take the top third and bid them specifically, and you do that in each layer with the top, at least the top third. It's going to put all your bidding energy into stuff you can hold. It's realistic, and you're likely going to solve in layer 1 or 2, maybe 3. It's just this method works so good because your bidding energy is into something that's realistic. If our system says you can't hold it, then don't waste your energy. And if you insist on doing that, don't do it more than 1 layer. Put all your dream stuff in a layer and then build realistically. Now, this method of back and forth you don't have to use. I just find that it's a good way to keep you on track. It's a disciplined way to bidding that will help you. It's like your triggers and flows, specific, generic, and so on. Listen, guys, thank you for your time, and fly safe.